I am now creating weekly exclusive content for Patreon, so if you are interested in that, go check out the link down below. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another player review. And this card has been out since the 28th. Well, technically speaking, it's been out since the 28th of September. It hasn't really, though. That's the ones to watch date. The informed date came out on the 11th of March. Is that right? That doesn't seem right to me. Maybe it's the 3rd of November and they've got the dates the other way around because American. I really couldn't tell you. Either way, 84 rated inform Saint-Maximin. Is he worth it? That's the question. Do you care? That's another question. Let me know in the comments. He does have an 82 rated man of the match card, which is around 50k, so it's not going to break the bank, but this inform card is a lot better. He does have a foot birthday. Now, the foot birthday is, I mean, on most platforms, he's 1 million coins. So I'm not really here necessarily to discuss whether million coin players are still worth it, with the odd exception to the likes of Lionel Messi, who just fell in my lap. I'm not going to go out of my way to buy a foot birthday Saint-Maximin and let you know whether he's worth it, because this card will give you a big indication as to whether it's worth going for the foot birthday without even using it. That card, of course, has 5-star, 5-star. This card is 5-star, 4-star, amongst other things. High-low work rates, which is really good for an attacker. In fact, it's the best you can get. The 4-star weak foot is fine. Nothing wrong with it at all. Obviously, the foot birthday one is perfect, but it kind of depends on which way round you'd prefer. You know, like skills 5-star, weak foot 4-star. Would you prefer them the other way around? I'm not quite sure. I have an awful lot of fun with players with 5-star skills when I'm playing in Rivals. Weekend League, I never really use them unless I'm, 3 or 4-0 up at the end of the game and I decide to just pop them out just for the sake of it. But I will never use them in casual, not casual, but trying to actually score a goal and trying to win the game up against a good player. Maybe one that's better than me, maybe one same level, but I will never really do that. So I think I probably would prefer the weak foot, but to be honest, for an 84 rated card like this, I'm more than happy to take him into Rivals and have a bit of fun with him that way. 96 acceleration and sprint speed, 98 agility, 91 balance, 95 dribbling, and then 91 shot power is the only other dark green stat that we have. Some of the other stats then, I mean, there are a lot of good stats in there. The ball control and the composure for an 84 rated card, they're not bad. The positioning being 84 for an 84 rated inform, not bad. When this card came out, it was fantastic. To get it as a red pick was incredible. And to be able to, I mean, to be fair, even at the time when I packed it, it was picked it, really good card, but didn't fit the team that I had at the time. And wasn't better than Neymar, for example. Or at least Neymar's a 92 rated card, and you'd instantly think, well, Saint-Maximin isn't a 92 rated card. Why am I playing him over Neymar? Because obviously links to Mbappe, which I've had in the club for a number of weeks and months now. So, yeah, he did kind of fit the team, but what was the point? The whole point of this is, by the way, I'm going through a few of the cards that, obviously, I've been in the game for a long time. People are maybe still wondering whether they're worth it. We did Neymar, Mbappe, Ronaldo, Messi. We did Shapeshifter Messi yesterday, because obviously, rather this morning, because I packed him. But there was a comment from Juan Miguel Jimenez, and I do apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name, but that was in the Shapeshifter video. He said, can you please let me know whether Ones to Watch Ben Yedder is still worth it? Well, I decided to build a team with Ben Yedder in it, have Ones to Watch Ben Yedder and have used him for over 200 games, and then I noticed that Saint-Maximin was in there, and of course he scored for Newcastle today, so I thought, hey, I like that card, is he still good enough to use? So I've got, again, dozens and dozens of games with him, so I know what he's all about, I know if he's good enough, but I went into a couple of games, just recorded a few things. I didn't actually anticipate smashing 2 people as I did, because it doesn't, I don't really score more than 2 or 3 goals a game, and I probably concede 1 or 2 as well. So they do tend to be sort of, 3-2, 3-1 finishes. The 2 games I played, I don't know whether my opponents were just asleep or something, but I absolutely obliterated them. So take the gameplay with a pinch of salt. Saint-Maximin and indeed Ben Yedder, for that video, will be out tomorrow morning. I do apologise, Juan. I wanted to get it done now, but I didn't quite have enough in terms of clips. So you'll find out tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. UK time, whether Ben Yedder is still worth it, but you'll find out whether Saint-Maximin is worth it right now. Look at that for a goal, by the way. Really, really intricate ball control. And that's what is the talking point of this video, and probably what will be the talking point of Ben Yedder's video as well. This card on paper, nothing wrong with it. It's okay. It's not great. But at the same time, it doesn't blow your socks off, right? It's not a card that you think, oh my god, that is going to be so good in game, and it's worth 100k. Because if you block out his name and you don't know who it is and you look at his stats, and I told you that he was 100,000 coins, you'd go, I don't really see that. I mean, yeah, okay, the skills, the work rates, the pace and the agility, that's all good. But his passing is below standard at this stage of the game. His finishing and his long shots are not very good. His physicals are, the stamina's borderline and everything else is meh. So why is he still worth 100,000 coins? It's because he fits the meta of the game so well that it doesn't matter what the paper says. This guy is an absolute dream to use. He is a lot of fun. Now, when I say absolute dream, I don't mean go pick him up, put him into your weekend league team, and you'll never lose a game, because obviously that's not the case. And to be honest, is he really that good, like good enough, I should say, to go into weekend league? I'm probably going to err on the side of no. However, he's still capable of scoring a lot of goals, creating a lot of chances, and of course playing to that meta of the drag back, the ball roll, the skill moves. You would have seen evidence of a few passes that went awry that he maybe should have done a little bit better. Like this one right here. That's a good ball. That's very difficult to mess up. Good finish from Mbappe, but it's a very difficult chance to cock up, to be honest. And then you've got one here, just biding his time, plays it to Ndombele, gets the ball back again, and again, this one is a very difficult pass to mess up. It's difficult to get that wrong. You're going to get it right more than you are going to get it wrong with any player. But there are a few that he overhits. That's down to the vision. There are a few that don't really go in the direction you want it to go. That's the passing. So that's an issue. I've not actually written that down for some reason. I think I just ran out of... I put vision in there. Well, consider vision and short passing the same thing. His composure in front of goal can be a bit of a problem. He's not going to score every single chance for you. And his strength is definitely an issue. When you go shoulder to shoulder, you lock with someone, with a defender, you are going to struggle to get out of it. You can use the skills, and that does work, but once you get locked and you're in that situation where you can't do anything, you can't pass, you can't maneuver, you can't change direction, you are locked. And it's a case of whether you can sort of stumble into the ball and whether your one of your other players can pick it up, or whether your opponent's just going to come around the corner and take it off you. Those are the situations where, obviously, someone like Depay, for example, I use him as an example all the time. It's because he's got really good strength and he's got the skills and everything. So someone like that could get out of it because they probably would be able to perform the skill move. And if they couldn't because the game is stupid, then he's still going to have the strength realistically to get out of it. This card is really good for an 84. And bearing in mind, we are in the 89 and under category. So I have given him a very high overall rating. I think a lot of people miss that half the time, and I have to draw lines to the 89. This time I'm remembering to tell you that I've given him an 88 overall rating because he is in the under category. We're comparing him to 89 and underrated cards. He obviously has an 88 rated FUT birthday card, so you can imagine how much better that would be. Honestly, if I was giving that a review, because I'm not actively going to go out and do it, I'm not even sure if he's in packs. If he is and I pack him, then fine, but if not, to be fair, I would probably give him very high 90s, if not 100, because that card is going to be... I haven't used it, so, take that with a pinch of salt. But if this card is as good as it is, even now, that 88 is just going to be phenomenal. Do I think it's worth upgrading to the 88 if you have the 84 and you still use the 84? I mean, it's a lot of coins, it really is, but with the amount of fun that I had with the 84, or still have rather, because like I said, I've played loads of games. I know you've only seen a couple there, but it's because I know what the cards are all about. I use them fairly often in teams for objectives and stuff. I play with them enough to know. So I do really like this. I don't really think it's FUT Champs worthy. I think it's well behind the curve, even though it's better than it does say on the tin. It's better than the in-game stats suggest. Just because you look at a card on paper doesn't mean he's going to perform that way. This card is much better than his stats suggest on paper. And you can still have an awful lot of fun with him, and that's why he's still worth 100,000 coins. At this stage of the game, honestly, if I were you, I'd be binning Weekend League off anyway and just going after objectives. And for this and for that, he's brilliant. He really is an awful lot of fun. And that's going to do it. If you have found it useful, hopefully you have at least, hit that like button. Of course, leave me suggestions for other players you want me to do this on. Of course, Ben Yedder will be out tomorrow morning. Anyone else you can think of, leave a comment and I will get to it as soon as I can. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and here, of course, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.